Hi Trish, I've just watched your video, There's a Ghost in My House, and I wanted to reply. There was a ghost in our house. Eventually I worked out who the ghost was, and the ghost is now gone. But let me tell you about my ghost. About 12 years ago we got 2 kittens. We hadn't had cats for years and years and years. We got these 2 kittens and they were little wild things from a farm, and if we hadn't actually caught them, the farm dog would have got them, so we were sort of rescuing them. And one was a little black one and one was a little ginger one, and they were brothers. And we called them Homer and Bart. And they were fantastic. They were great cats. They were so close. They were always together. Always together. Homer, I used to call him Homie. He was my cat, and there was no two ways about it. He was my cat. I could do anything with him. He would lie in my arms and put his paw up and pat my face like that. And yeah, he was just my cat. He was a poser. He was great for posing. I loved him outside because he just used to sit on fence posts and on fences and all sorts of things. Homer was a brave thing as a kitten, and as an older cat he tended to wander quite far. It was actually what eventually led to his death. Was he wandered about 3/4 of a mile down to the main road, which, well, it's not the proper main road, but we live up a track and this is a single track road then. But it's a proper road. And he got killed on that road. Poor Bart, he didn't last long. He lasted a couple of weeks, that was all. And he died of a heart attack. And I always maintained it was a broken heart because they were so close. They would cuddle together. They were just so close. But Homer, because we rescued them, they were very, very young. They were too young to have left their mother, but the dog was going to get them. We'd had the call from the farmer to say, get them now or you'll never get them. And you know how some cats like to sort of sook on material. They'll sook away on your clothing or something. They'll find something with a nice pile and like that. Well, I started giving him his tail, and he used to lie in my arms and try and catch his tail, and he'd sook his tail. And then as he got older and I used to brush him, he took to sooking the back of his paws when I was brushing him. He was just such a character. I loved that cat. I mean, I love the cats I've got now, but I truly loved Homer. Anyway, I was inconsolable for quite a while, and eventually we decided, look, let's just get more kittens. And we did, and we got Meggie and her brother Ted. And it wasn't long after getting them when I felt something walking over the bed. And it wasn't like little kitten jumping around. This was something quite big. And I put the light on. Nothing there, of course. It didn't just happen at night. It would happen in the daytime if I'd gone up for a nap at all. I maybe hadn't even gone to sleep, but I'd got my eyes shut. And I would feel it walking over the bed. And it was getting a bit weird. I was starting to think I was a bit weird. And then I suddenly realised that poor old Homer, you know, he was a young cat and he was very much loved, and all of a sudden he's gone and another cat's coming and taking his place. And the next time it happened, I told him how much I loved him and that he would never have his place taken by anybody. And he's never done it since. He's never walked over my bed again. But that's my homie. I loved him to bits.